We welcome you to the Lee Health Sports Complex for a day game between your Fort Myers Mighty Mussels and the Daytona Tortugas. It's Big Splash Day here at Hammond Stadium as we welcome you inside the broadcast booth. John Vitas alongside Mussels starting pitcher Ricky Castro. Ricky, thanks for giving us some time before we get ready for first pitch here. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me, John.
So getting the start today against Daytona, it looks like you've kind of changed your arsenal a little bit the last couple of times out. Tell me what you've been working on and what your goals are for today's start.
Yeah, we've been working on a few different pitches. I used to throw a fastball, slider, and curveball. Now they're kind of adding a cutter into the mix. So just trying to differentiate each of those, making sure they don't blend together too much.
It looks like you kind of unveiled that cutter a little bit in the last start against Bradenton. Probably walked a couple more guys than you would have wanted to. Was that part of the reason, trying to implement a new pitch? You know, how do you and the catcher try and implement a new pitch where it's going to allow you to develop but not cost you too much in terms of results?
Yeah, that's really good. I would say it definitely is uncomfortable out there a few times when you're working on new things. But, I mean, that's the only way to get through it is you got to throw it and you got to get used to it and use it in some situations that you might not have before.
You've had such an interesting journey to this point. You spent the last 2 seasons in independent ball out in the Midwest where you're from in Illinois. Tell us about the moment you found out the Twins were going to sign you and select your contract from the independent leagues. I'm sure it was a crazy couple of days, but is there a moment about that whole process that stands out?
Oh, for sure. So I got called into the office with the head coach and pitching coach, and usually those meetings go one or two ways. And they told me the news. I had to keep it to myself for the next hour or so, until the rest of the team came in. And then the coach called everybody together for a team meeting and announced it in front of all the teammates, and everyone was super excited. I mean, that's what all the indie ball guys want for each other, so it was a really cool moment.
And I'm sure you go from being one of the younger guys on that team to one of the older guys here with the Mighty Mussels and having the benefit of the complex here. You're living on site. And of course, the major league organizations have all kinds of technology and bells and whistles. What are some of the things that have maybe changed your day-to-day the most going from indie ball in April and May to affiliated ball in June and July?
I'd say, yeah, we have everything we need here. We stay right here, eat right here, sleep right here. And it's your whole life kind of revolves around baseball, so it allows you to just focus just that much more.
You spent 5 years in college. You went to Purdue and then Tulane last year for your final year of college baseball. I'm sure you had a lot of different routes you could have gone, having gotten a college degree and deciding whether to continue playing baseball. And you spent your off seasons training at a couple different facilities where you both worked out to continue your career, but also make some money on the side and help the youth. Tell us about the decision-making process through all of that.
Yeah, so my old trainer in high school, Milo Swain, opened up his new gym right in Naperville, and I asked him if I could go help along and be a trainer alongside him, and he welcomed me onto the staff, and we kind of trained athletes of all different sports at that place. And then I also worked at K25, which is a place in Aurora where that was more baseball and softball specific.
And so just a way to stay in shape yourself and also kind of pass your knowledge on to the youth?
Yeah, it's awesome. I get to use the facilities and train athletes and teach them what I've learned over the course of the years.
Well, Ricky Castro, best of luck in your start against Daytona. We're looking forward to watching you work some more.
All right, thank you, John.
While we have a moment, let's introduce you to the third member of our broadcast team as Patterson Fallis has today's Down on the Farm report.
Thanks, John. A pair of former Mighty Mussels earned Twins Minor League Player of the Month honors on Monday after dominating in the month of June. 2021 Mussel Junior Severino was named Player of the Month after batting .425 across 23 games in June for AAA St. Paul. The 24-year-old homered 6 times and drove in 19 runs, posting a staggering .1231 OPS. 2023 Mighty Mussel Andrew Morris was named Pitcher of the Month after limiting opponents to a .170 batting average for AA Wichita. The 2022 fourth rounder out of Texas Tech fanned 27 batters across 26 2/3 innings in 5 June starts, allowing just 3 earned runs. Since being promoted from Cedar Rapids in mid-May, the righty has posted 38 1/3 innings with a 1.17 ERA across 7 starts. That was today's Down on the Farm report. Ask your seed dealer about Don Mario, the soybeans that are changing the game. Well, it's about time for first pitch here at Hammond Stadium, so let's send it back to John Vitas and Andrew Pauling in the broadcast booth.